All right, we are here with LMU baseball player Colin Welmon. Colin, welcome. And how's the summer going for you so far?
It's going well. It's nice to relax and have a little bit of downtime, but I get a little bit bored, and I'm looking forward to school starting in about a month now.
Do you have any fun summer plans or anything you've done so far this summer?
I've been to a few concerts. I went to Colorado for a weekend, and as of now, I'm just kind of hanging out and taking care of some classes and spending a lot of time with my teammates.
Nice. What kind of training do you guys do during the summer? Is there a training plan that you guys follow?
Yeah, there's a training plan, but I think for a few weeks after the season ends, immediately after, if you're not playing summer ball, they like to give you a little bit of time off to let your body heal. But then after about a week or two, it's tough for us to sit still, so they give us a weight program, and it's nice because you don't have practices all day, so you can really push yourself pretty hard in the weight room.
All right, let's talk a little bit about last season. We saw you in the WCC Championship Tournament. What was that whole experience like for you as a team?
It was awesome. It was a great opportunity to bond as a team because we actually ended up spending about 10 days in Stockton because we had played Pacific the week earlier. But it was a great experience. The entire the facility was awesome, and it was great. You kind of get rewarded for playing hard all season and having a good season. Then you get to spend some time out in Stockton with your teammates and compete with the best teams.
Yeah, I heard you guys went to a Sacramento River Cats game. How was that?
That was awesome. It's something that everybody dreams about, is playing at the next level, and it was a AAA team, so we actually got to see a few former big leaguers and probably a few future ones as well.
And we saw you in that first game that LMU played in the WCC Tournament. What was it like to have such a great outing? You pitched a complete game just in that do-or-die, really important game for your team.
Obviously it's really important to have a good outing to kick off the tournament, but for me personally, I know earlier in the season I had struggled a little bit against Gonzaga, and so it was nice to get a little bit of revenge on them. But at the same time, the most important thing is that you put your team in a position to win and in a position to get into the championship game so that you can move on.
And you're going to be a senior this coming year. What are you most looking forward to about your senior year?
I don't know. It's a little bit bittersweet. It's fun because it's kind of a victory lap. School, you're kind of on the downswing with school, but the most important thing and the most fun that I've had in each of my first 3 years here is just spending time with my teammates. You get really close with them, and this year we have a lot of new incoming players, and it's going to be exciting to get to know them.
And you have a chance as a senior, as kind of that senior leader, to leave your legacy with the younger players. What do you think you want to leave them with and kind of teach them about being a good teammate and a good baseball player?
I don't know. As far as leaving a legacy goes, it's for us, it's more about the team, and it's kind of building something that is going to last. So when you talk about winning championships and playing in regionals in the College World Series, if you get there, they put a number on the fence out here for the year that you did that, and that's something that it stays there for forever. You can come back in 20 years and it's still going to be there. So that's the ultimate goal for all of us.
Great. Well, it is summer. Baseball's not in session. So let's talk a little bit about you, get to know you as a person a little bit better. So first question I have for you is, when did you start playing baseball? How did it start? And tell us a little bit about that.
I've been playing ever since I can remember. And I know when I started, it wasn't my main focus. I actually played, I'm sure like most kids, I played, pretty much anything I could get on the field for. And so my parents pretty much signed me up for everything from hockey to football to basketball. And sort of towards the beginning of my of high school, I started to figure out that I was better at baseball than all the other things. So that's something that I started playing when I was young, and I've never really stopped since then. And I've been blessed that it's been able to take me this far.
How old were you when you started pitching?
As soon as they let me get off a mound, I was pitching, and it hasn't really stopped. And I know there's all these rules now on pitch limits and stuff, but for me, it's been, any day you're able to get out there and pitch, it's a good day. So I try not to miss out too much.
What do you think it was about pitching that you just fell in love with? What was it about that position?
It's fun because it's it's kind of all eyes on you, and it's a very one-on-one thing. And as much as a team game as baseball is, it's fun to kind of have a little bit more riding on you than everyone else. And I think that's something that not everyone can excel under that kind of pressure, but for me, I like to think I kind of thrive on it.
All right. Okay, more fun question for you. What is your favorite movie?
Shoot. I have to go with probably Gladiator. I saw it actually the other night on TV. I actually saw the new Planet of the Apes last night, which was pretty good, but I think I'm going to stick with Gladiator for now.
Nice. What about favorite song or favorite musical artist anywhere in that musical genre? Because I know that's a hard one for a lot of people to pick.
I think right now I'm really into Tom Petty. I'm going to see him at the beginning of August, so I've kind of been listening to him a lot, and I'm actually really excited for that concert.
Nice. Did you have a job in high school, middle school, anything like that, something you got paid for or anything like that? And what was it?
I used to move furniture for my mom's furniture store in high school, and it was I was paid under the table, so you can't really tell anyone about it. But it was basically me and my brother moving couches from city to city in the back of our truck, and it was fun because I got to hang out with him, and I didn't really think of it as work, so it was pretty nice. But other than that, it's been baseball 24/7, so it's kind of hard to find a job these days.
Nice. What about favorite meal, favorite thing to eat?
I'm a big fan of sushi. I'm half Japanese, so most of my family is, at least the local ones. They're all Japanese, and when we get together, it's usually a big feast of sushi and fish and all sorts of Japanese food.
Nice. I'm a quarter Japanese, and we eat a lot of sushi as well in my family. It's also my favorite food. Do you have a nickname among your family or your team, anything like that?
I mean, they kind of call you. I get called a lot of different things, but I think that on the baseball field, you kind of just go with whatever's short and concise, and you can say pretty loudly. So they pretty much just cut the second syllable, anything after the first syllable in your last name. They pretty much cut it off and just add a Y. So everyone calls me Welly. So I mean, I respond to it, and it's a strange nickname, but I don't mind it.
Nice. What about outside of baseball or school? What can we find you doing? What are your hobbies?
During the summer, especially, myself and my roommates and teammates, we spend a lot of time in the water. So whether we're in the pool, just kind of hanging out, or at the beach, which is also close by, you can usually find us at some point during the day in the water.
Okay. What is one thing that most people wouldn't know about you? So maybe your teammates and your family know, but just the average person wouldn't know about you.
I'd have to say, well, I was born in Wisconsin, and I'm the only one in my family from there, and I don't think a lot of people know that. And then inside of that, a lot of people don't know that I'm also allergic to cheese, which is a little bit ironic, but those are two things that you probably wouldn't be able to tell by looking at me.
All right. Do you have any hidden talents?
No, they're not really too hidden. I mean, you spend so much time with all these guys that they pretty much know everything about you, but no, I don't think there's anything super hidden. I like to think I'm the best ping pong player on the team, but I'm probably not.
All right. That's a good one, though. I didn't know you played ping pong. All right, so this one's a fill in the blank, and here we go. My teammates would describe me as...
Oh, shoot. I think they probably describe me as someone that is, I don't know, focused, and I don't think that I'm too uptight that I can't have fun, but I'd say they describe me as someone that's pretty focused, but also has a little bit of a goofier side.
All right. What's your favorite thing about LMU? You've been there for 3 years now. What would you say is your favorite thing?
Well, I came here initially. I was a big fan of the coaching staff, and since then I've gotten to know them really well. And so they've been one thing. They've been kind of a pretty steadfast quality that I've liked at LMU. But other than that, it's pretty much the relationships that I've built. It is a smaller school, and a lot of the student athletes are very close. We like to stick together. And over the last 3 years, I've gotten really close with a lot of different student athletes that don't necessarily play baseball, which has been really cool.
That's awesome. What are you majoring in?
I'm a communications major currently.
Cool. Is there been one class that you've really enjoyed, thought was really interesting over your time there?
I actually enjoy the the philosophy classes, and I enjoy classes that are pretty discussion based. So I'm not a big fan of counting numbers all day. So anything that's interactive with myself and the teacher and the other students, I'm a pretty big fan of.
All right. One last question for you. Outside of any of the athletic facilities, so baseball field doesn't count, what is your favorite spot to hang out on campus?
On campus? I like going to the cafeteria, especially when you have some freshmen around that have some extra meal points. It's like a buffet, and once you live off campus, you get a little sick of cooking, so it's pretty nice to have meals that are hot and ready that you're not necessarily paying for.
That's great. All right, Colin, thanks so much for joining me, and have a great rest of your summer.
You too. Thanks for having me.